one, and I say it respectfully. Always be yourself. When someone says you don't have potential, they try to blackmail you against you, and you was never the issue. That vocabulary hits different when it comes to confidence. Never had the mindset of having hate in your vein, regardless of what you was going through mentally. Hold on one second. They said that you was mentally unstable, but you understood to stay in your lane. You don't have to get physical when someone try to antagonize you. Healing, trauma, and pain. Hold on one second. Being patient with time and day, understanding your existence. That everybody was supposed to be for you, but you still knew how to respect your neighbor. 6 feet apart, 10 feet apart, the energy is different. They thought you had a smart ass mouth at the end of the day, all because you understood your vocabulary, self-control when it came to discipline. God wasn't showing you the wrong direction when it came to balance, when it comes to growth and maturing, acting your body right, your shoe size. They would never understand how time actually changed when it comes to showing up for yourself to maintain your mental health. You wasn't trying to get shortchanged because someone dimmed your light, but God was showing you your faith. That energy is different. I'm not aging of respect, and my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. No, it's a trade, don't be goddamn it. My content is not for everybody. That's okay. To the genuine ones with no misintentions, I truly hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you, overlooked you during your journey, took your kindness who disrespected you, try to get you locked up, put you in a cyber, allowing your name to disrespect you, allowed trying to frame you for a crime that you never did. You mad and you're worthy. And I say that respectfully. Healing, trauma, and pain is not a race or an overnight process. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? That energy is different when you understand knowledge. It was truly power at the end of the day. They picked and choose who they want to bully, manipulate, because you believed in God. They wanted you to be the mistake. Believing in your faith, not getting thrown off track, they would never understand that vision that God endured with you. Hold on one second, that was balanced that day. When it comes to maturing, acting your body weight, that energy is different. Now, one lie was told, being authentic. Who would have knew that God was showing your creativity truly going within? You know that blueprint that God endured within you? You wasn't doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. They would never understand your soul. Damn sure wasn't for sale. You don't pray the same, but you still don't respect your neighbor to understand time and day when it comes to your existence, even when it try to get you out of character. Hold on one second. No, the train of thought for me. That energy is different. They say being authentic nowadays, you're doing too much, but you fall from a copycat, fall from hating your vein, but you knew I respect your neighbor, stay in your lane. How they wanted to dim you like the gaslight you, hacking your devices right to left, allowing you. It took a whole community to get down one person. You, the one who know to maintain a smile regardless of what storm you was trying to overcome at the end of the day. That growth is different when it comes to understanding holding your own weight. And I don't mean drug related at the end of the day, because you ain't got to have that mindset that be mature. No, it's a trade though for me. We are all not the same. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. And being authentic is not a crime. How they wouldn't want to put respect on your name, but they sit there and watch you from a distance behind fake pages, acting like they had a whole conversation saying they motivate you at the end of the day, but that was God existence. No, I had to trade though, but you know that growth that God endured within you. The healing hits different. That motivation when it comes to standing up for yourself, that confidence, who would have knew that God allowed you to see to chase your blessings? No, it was right within you. But God was showing you the right direction. Healing trauma and pain, yeah, childhood trauma was real. It went into your adulthood. Not one lie was told when you have to get physical with your neighbor at the end of the day, even when they try to antagonize you. One thing you was never doing was running from your path. That energy is different when it comes to growth and motivation. Oh, we are not the same. Ain't nothing better than being authentic nowadays. Standing out, who would have knew you was never in competition with your neighbor, understanding your reality when it comes to overcoming pain. That energy is different, far from fake. Imagine respecting somebody, but they got so much malicious intent, because they forgot the hill to go within, but they wearing the mask to end. They talking about they keeping it real. It didn't matter they goddamn tax bracket either. How they try to get you locked up, put you in the cycle because your creativity was just too next level. Hold on one second, being too authentic. Who would have knew it was truly you that day? That God endured that gift with you, so he had to destroy your character, paint you out to be the villain in a story, all because of the fact you overcame that storm. Oh my God, that was you. Oh, I'm so sorry you had to go through that pain. And nobody heard you, but the real ones, at the end of the day, the ones that ain't have hate in their vein, you know, the ones that look at you like competition, they was acting mature, acting their body, we have the shoe size, the energy is different. It was never the mindset having hate in your vein. They would never understand we fall from fake. Oh, keep it around. It's a trade off for me. You know, the ones that ain't gotta hack your devices. The one ain't gotta gang stalk you. At the end of the day, don't project spell work on you. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Paint you out to be the worst enemy in a book. The energy is different. We all don't hit the same. No, if it shrank over me. Oh, Lord, you little sissy. Doesn't matter your tax bracket, you bitch. How you try to destroy someone's character because you thought they was doing it for fame. Nah, they was just looking out for their neighbor, the ones who truly for them at the end of the day. No, if it shrank over me. Everybody's not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing, you weirdo. To maintain a smile, to truly heal, you would never understand at the end of the day, God was not trying to sit a child down. That'd be the train of thought for me. When you authentic, you got folks in different communities, different tax bracket, ganging up with each other just to go up against one person because they truly got potential. They don't live in fear, and they was actually meaning what they say. I'm doing it for God because God gave me the balance, acknowledge my word, understand my growth, overcoming that storm because God lives within me and God's by my side. That divine timing hits different when God allows you to pay attention. A failure? Nah. When God restores you for every season, they will never understand growth when it comes to reality. Overcoming what you've been through, you was truly the blessing to yourself. If God so overlooked you, did not respect you. The energy is different. They said, be yourself, don't dim your light. Say, be yourself, don't dim your light. Go, you neighbor, don't dim your light. Don't dim your light, neighbor, don't dim your light. The energy is different. You got your next door neighbor in different tax bracket, gang stalk you right to left, lie on your name, trying to get you locked to put you in the cyborg like a bad habit, all because you believed in your faith. Understanding God's flow, that energy is different. Hold on 1 second, I wasn't doing it for likes if he's a clout chasing. When I stood up for myself that day, when a neighbor tried to lie on my name. No, if it trade on me, one thing we not gonna do at the day, I don't run from my past. I know how to take accountability for my actions. Didn't matter my tax rate at the end of the day when I was on an empty stomach. It'd be the train of thought for me. How folks want you to dim your light, but God made it bright. Who would have knew? I ain't have to shave shift at the end of the day. Let them play with spell work in a toxic way. Good day, bad day, all misunderstand. They damn sure I have to energy harvest off your energy. Let alone, I ain't have to gas like certain folks to paint you out to be somebody that truly was at the end of the day. I just knew how to stay in my lane. No, I have to trade on me. Always be a slap on my last sensation. You know, when it comes to maturing, acting your body weight, they would never said how time flies. Be yourself, never dim your light. I ain't have to energy harvest off your energy. Because I was too authentic, because God was relating to me. Allowing me to see that you couldn't relate to is your existence, truly reality. Oh, we're not the same. You got too much that weight going on. But I truly hope that you find peace. I ain't got to steal nobody's destiny. It's already within me because I got my own identity. You know, anointings, my own blueprint. Something that you couldn't relate to was being yourself. It'd be the train of thought for me. They said you whack in your corner, you are nobody. They said you whack in your corner, you are nobody. But time actually flies, elevation looks good on you. That confidence, never thought I was better than nobody. But I understood why I chose me not to overlook me. They said peace and respect, your neighbor, sacrifice. You matter your word that all dim your light. Go you neighbor, all dim your light. They said being authentic. It's not the norm nowadays. Because folks be sitting back taking notes on their way to the bank. But never put respect on your name at the end of it because they got malicious intentions to shadow ban you right to left. Because they don't want you to elevate faster than them. But you don't attract the same folks at the end of the day. Nah, whatever you got going at the end of the day, your focus is for you and my focus is for me at the end of the day. We actually respect our neighbors, but no malicious intentions. That energy is different. We ain't got hate in our vein regardless of what story we overcoming. Because, you know, healing, charm, and pain ain't competition. And I damn sure wasn't in competition with my neighbor when they try to shortchange me, invite me to an empty table, trying to disrespect me out loud and see me frown. But God maintained my smile, understanding the storm I overcame. I wasn't doing it for likes and views when I was speaking up for myself because someone had ill intentions, like my free will. Mental, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, damn, my eyesight was real at the end of the day. Only God was keeping it real. Because, you know, your heavenly mother, Father God never moved their hands off you. They would never understand you have to get physical because someone tried to disrespect you. They sort of change you out your life. That energy is different. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm not a gene of respect, and I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Peace and respect, your neighbor, stop the bunch. You many weather don't dim your light. Go you neighbor, don't dim your light. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm far from a hater, far from a copycat. Being authentic nowadays, at the end of the day, they will never understand self-love when it comes to confidence, being your authentic self. God gave me the potential to be myself, something I couldn't relate to when it came to your mindset. But your bad habits, when you try to shortchange me of my vision, a lot on my life, or because you didn't want to treat me right, but I still know I respect my neighbor because I ain't never had hate in my vein. So you hope that you find peace within your lame neighbor. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Gang stalking is really real until it's your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. I don't live in fear, far from miserable, and I ain't got hate in my vein. And I don't play with sport good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. It's not a crime to be authentic. When it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God, and I say that respectfully. You know, people pick and choose who can talk about God. People pick and choose who they want to shadow ban when it comes to this reality 3D. But when it comes to the spiritual world, God was really keeping the real. Even when I ain't have to get physical, at the end of the day, tick for tack, I saw these warlocks and witches coming up against me. They had bad habits like they was a bad addict. Only because I was never the supply at the end of the day. That energy is different when it comes to growth, when it comes to maturing, acting my body weight on my shoe size. They would never understand growth when it comes to, hold on 1 second. I wasn't wearing a mask. I really chose myself. Regardless who wasn't showing me love at the end of the day, I was my biggest cheerleader. God allowed me to see my strength. Even when you try to get me locked to put me in the psych bull, to lie on my name to try to blackmail me. One thing I never had to do was lie at the end of the day, because God was guiding when it came to that conversation that day. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. With no misintentions. I was never looking for anybody to save me. But respect's a two-way street, but I would never want that to happen to your baby. I'm not aging on respect. Stop the violence. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. Humanity, you're worthy. Always be yourself. Today is currently June 16th, 2025, and I'm closing this video out at 7:06 p.m. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone regardless to who's in the background, what next door neighbor, and what tax bracket. Talking about they gave me the idea, no they didn't. I work alone at the end of the day, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, regardless to what holiday, regardless to the season. And I say that respectfully, I always work by myself. You can shadow ban me all day long, but I'm not for everyone. I'm not. My content is not for everyone. You know, respect's a two-way street. It's crazy how you can respect somebody all day long, but then when they see that you got potential, they pulling cards on you right to left because they got bad habits at the end of the day. They want to dim your light. Never give up on yourself. I say that respectfully because God sees everything. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I don't care who does not believe me at the end of the day. When it comes to folks gang stalking me, hacking my devices, one thing I never had to do was lie. And whatever I endured, I genuinely experienced it. And one thing I don't do is run from my past. And I say that respectfully. And my past does not live in my reality today. And one thing about maturing at the end of the day is showing up for you, regardless to who's supporting you. And you're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. That energy is different. God was never for sale. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, respect's a two-way street. It really is. That maturity is different. They act in a body weight at the shoe size. You would never understand that, hold on 1 second, that actually the math actually was able to multiply. Elevation looks different when it comes to maturing. They would never understand we was on the same page when it came to common sense in the most healthiest way, regardless if we came from poverty and pain. On an empty stomach, it was a mindset, believe it in our faith, having hope within. When the enemy, let on the devil, try to shortchange of us our blessings, us choosing ourselves. Yes, we are beautiful, we are handsome. They didn't want us to find peace within to better ourselves. They picked and choose who they wanted to carry the narrative of loving yourself, carry the narrative of who can do better, whatever the case may be, to be on top. When folks was never in competition, it'd be the train of thought for me. Always be yourself. Every community is truly not for you. And the right community that's truly for you sees you, hears you, respects you. They will not gang stalk you. They will not hack your devices. They will not try to blackmail you against you. They will not project spell work on you. They will not energy harvest off your energy. They will not try to destiny swipe with you. And they will not project spell work good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I'm not using no respect that my content is not for everyone. You are beautiful, you are handsome, you mad and you're worthy. Never get discouraged because someone says you don't have potential and they try to dig up your past to try to throw it in your face. Something that you wasn't running from. Or they try to invite you to their table just to humiliate you, disrespect you, and act like they wanted to work with you, or act like they wanted to invest their time and day with you, or they act like they wanted to be in a relationship with you, or act like they respect you. But the whole entire time they had the envy mindset. And they forgot to keep it real at the end of the day because they was wearing a mask, misleading themselves their own pain when it came to time and day, talking about they were so real. But when it come to elevation, they forgot the growth to go within to truly heal. Didn't matter their tax bracket. Folks, we swear you talking about like a bad habit, but goddamn, your mask fell off when it came to comments. And I truly hope that you find peace within this stay in your lane. Maybe the train of thought for me with all that hate in your vein. No, because we are all not the same. It's the train of thought for me. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And it's not a crime to be authentic. And I say that respectfully. It's not. I'm far from a hater, far from a copycat. That is just different. They want to see you down. They want to see you down. They want to see you down. They want to see you down, but blessings looks good on you. I may not make sense to the average person, but the blessing of choosing yourself, God fixed your crown. Maintaining a smile, overcoming the storm. They would never understand your potential that was truly within you. That God's gift, who would have knew? You chose yourself not to dim your light. Who would have knew that your self-love truly looks different today? Motivation was the key at the end of the day. Overcoming trauma and pain, still being patient with time and day. Understanding your reflection, looking in the mirror. You are beautiful, you are handsome. They wasn't rooting for you. You became your biggest cheerleader. When they try to do you wrong and disrespect you out loud to see you frown. But God was maintaining your smile, allow you to shine. They would never understand that you are worthy. You matter. It was never competition when it came to healing trauma and pain. The energy is different when it comes to growth. Always be yourself with no misintentions. You are loved and you are respected by all the right people that's truly for you. That doesn't energy harvest off your energy. That doesn't try to destiny swipe with you. Or don't project spell work towards you because we all don't have that mindset. We don't wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to project spell work towards my neighbor. I'm going to talk ill intentions towards my neighbor today. We all don't have the mindset of going into our kitchen or going to a warlock or a witch or this person or that person and say, you know what, project spell work towards someone's finance, mentally, physically, emotionally, make them unstable or make sure they don't elevate in life. We all don't have that mindset. They say real recognize real, don't dim your light. They say the real recognize real, don't dim your light. Hold on 1 second, neighbor, don't dim your light. Far from a hater. Elevation hits different. You rise, you're worthy. Don't dim your light, neighbor. I ain't got hate in my vein. No, it's a train over me, and I wasn't trying to deal with your goddamn pain, but I still know how to respect you. To understand that even exchange, I ain't have hate in my vein. I never looked at my neighbor like competition. We not the same. I'm not aging on respect that my content is not for everyone. They say that you whack and you corny all day, but they sit there and take notes on their way to bank. Take your creativity, make it their own. Same trying to do you wrong, trying to laugh in your face. Got you shadow being right to left. Talking about nobody's going to ever hear you when they try to psych out your mental health. They try to get you locked to put you in the sideboard. It took a whole community to do you wrong. But you stand before yourself today. Regardless if they say they're going to have your back against the wall to fuck you up, they're going to say, where's your God at now? I thought you was talking this gaudy stuff. They try to shortchange your pockets, your mental health, your vision when it come to time and day, your existence. They said, where's your God at now? I don't live in fear, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I am not your genuine love respect, and my content is not for everyone. I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Always be yourself. Stop the violence. Peace and respect, so respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. You better run it on them. Yeah, like, stop the violence. Nobody you're worthy. Stop the violence. Stay out of trouble. Protect your energy and protect your family. Today is currently June 16th, 2025. I'm not aging on the spot. It's not a crime to be authentic. I don't play with sport, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. We all not the same. My content is not for everybody. And I work alone, and I always have. I never signed up for nobody's one-sided contract, regardless of trying to blackmail me in the background. God sees everything. Regardless if you take a whole community go up against me, I still stand before myself today. I don't live in fear. I'm not Eugene Love a spot. I'm not scared.